Yeah, you should just be able to click. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to Friday Night Piano in the Canlis Penthouse. Tonight's going to be 2 hours of piano followed by a special guest and Canlis Bingo. If you want to make any requests for piano, I see we've already got some rolling in. Just go into the YouTube chat and send me what songs you might want to hear. I will say that my repertoire list is included in the description of this video, so if you want to be sure that I can actually play the song, you can pick a song off that list, and you can also send a tip through that link as well. Looks like we have first request from Audrey for Shallow from A Star Is Born. Thank you. everyone, thanks for the requests. Looks like we've got several coming in here. Michael and Sydney, I'm sorry, I don't have those off the top of my head. Again, you can confirm in my repertoire list songs that I for sure can do from memory. We have a request from Jimmy for As Time Goes By, so I'm going to play that next. Next up, we have a request for Closer by the Chainsmokers. Stephen, thanks for your request as well. I don't really play classical music, unfortunately. I'm not so great at reading those notes, which is why I improvise. But thanks for asking. And then the next one that I can do, I'm sorry, Paul. Well, I don't know that one by memory, but MJE, I can play Forever Young by Alphaville. And again, that was Forever Young, as requested by MJE. Next up, we have a request from Katrina for Let It Go for her daughter Emma. Which, yes, that'd be fun to play for Emma. Let's see if I can, I think I know most of that song, so let's give it a shot. Next request we have is for some Lonely Island. And then Vicky and Matt and Paul, thanks for asking for those songs. I don't know those off the top of my head, but feel free to look in my repertoire list, which is in the link in the description of this video. And maybe pick something off that list. Make sure I can do it. But I appreciate asking. Those are all good songs. I just don't know them from memory at this point. We have a request from May for Fly Me to the Moon. So it will be Lonely Island, Fly Me to the Moon, and then Amy, I don't have those as well off the top of my head, so if you want to pick something else, I'd be happy to play something for Kevin's birthday. Kathleen, yes, I'll do No Doubts underneath it all. Thanks everyone for the requests. Next up, we have a request from GR for My Heart Will Go On for his wife. And then we have a request for Phantom. I assume that means Phantom of the Opera. Thanks, Blake. I can do some from that as well. Thank you. Thanks everyone for tuning in and for all these awesome requests. The next one is from Jolene for You Are My Sunshine for her husband John. Following that, we have a request for Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis. Thank you, Matt. Tristan, can you double check that the lab mics are muted? Thanks. Thanks for that request, Matt. Next song we have is a request for Yesterday by the Beatles. And then Curtis is asking for Besame Mucho. Besame Mucho by Andrew Bocelli. And then Chung is asking for To Love's End. I know that. I have to think for a second. How do I know that song? I'll think of it. Sometimes I know a lot. I know that I know a lot of the titles, but then I can't associate it with the actual tune once I say it out loud. I think I'm slowly. Everything's getting mixed up. Thank you for the requests, everyone. And Chung, yes, that is the song from Inuyasha, so I'll play that next. Great request, thanks. Thank you, Matt and Amy. Coming up next are your requests for Old Town Road and All of Me. Thank you, Blake. Looks like I missed your request for Phantom, and I'm going to throw that in right now. Thanks everyone for the requests. Looks like I'm about 25 minutes behind on the request list now. So if you make a request, I'm not ignoring you. I just haven't gotten to it yet. It looks like the next one up is a request for some Sufjan Stevens. And Jill, I'm sorry, I actually mixed up the names of the titles of all those songs too. And I don't know which one, I can't remember which one Chicago is. So I'm going to play one, and it might not be the right one. And if that's wrong, you can send a chat and maybe I'll throw the other one, another one in there and see if I can eventually get to it. And so after Sufjan Stevens, we have a request from Michael for Moon River. And followed by, there's a request for If You Leave Me Now by Chicago, which I don't know. And I don't know Lost in Your Eyes as well, Matthew, I'm sorry. Vicky, yes, I can do Blackbird, so that'll be third on the next up list. Thank you. Thank you for that request for Blackbird, Vicky. Next request we have is Semi-Charmed Life by Third Eye Blind. And then a request from Eric for Buddy Holly by Weezer. And then a request from Chris for Jai-Ho. And that was Third Eye Blind. The next request is for Buddy Holly by Weezer. And again, if you want to make a request, feel free to look at the link in the description of this video, and you can make a tip through that link as well. And now I don't know what camera to look at. This one or this one? That one. Okay. The next request is from Jake for When We Were Young by Adele. The next request is for another Adele song, for Rollin' in the Deep. And yes, my apologies. It looks like I'm still about 20 minutes behind the queue on the requests. So I might kind of cut these songs a little shorter, do some abridged versions, maybe a few medleys. We have a request for, after Rollin' in the Deep, we have Take On Me and Make You Feel My Love. Excellent songs, everyone. Thank you. Thanks everyone for the requests. Christina, I'm sorry I don't know that song from Willy Wonka, but it's a great tune. I should learn it sometime. Jesselyn, yes, I can play some Kansas for you. And then Katie, yes, I can play some Bobby Darin. Thank you so much. Sorry, folks. It looks like I'm not going to be catching up to the requests anytime soon here. But I appreciate everyone participating and asking for all these great songs. Next up, we have a request from about 25 minutes ago from Amy for Mr. Brightside by the Killers. And then I have a request from Matthew for Ariana Grande, No Tears Left to Cry. And Steven is asking for LOVE by Nat King Cole. And Matthew, actually, I'm going to have to substitute another Ariana song for that one because I don't think I can do that without the music. Thank you. Thanks everyone for the requests. Again, I'm about 25 minutes behind on those, so just hang in there if you ask for something. The next one is for LOVE by Nat King Cole, and that was requested by Stephen. And then thank you, Anna. Thank you, Ruth. Thank you, everyone, for tipping. I really appreciate that. And I don't know Signed, Sealed, and Delivered by heart, but if you want to pick another song, please do so. Elizabeth, you're asking for a song called Hold On. Is that the Drake tune? Maybe let me know what artist that is, so I can make sure I get the right one. Kelly is asking for It Wasn't Me by Shaggy. Okay, here we go. Next up, we have a request for Stay With Me by Sam Smith from Melanie. And then after that, we have a request for Africa by Toto. Thank you, Nicole. And yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to the end of the requests, so I probably won't be able to take any more requests at this point because there's still quite a few to get to. But thanks everyone for asking. If you want to make another request and I didn't get to it tonight, feel free to tune in next time I play. I play several nights a week. You can follow this channel, or in the description of this video, there's also a link to my Instagram where you can subscribe to that. And I post a little story every time I'm going to go live. So that's one way to keep track. So yeah, thanks for all the great music selections though. Here's some Sam Smith and then some Toto after that, and then we'll see what else I can get to. to try to do a rapid fire set of songs now for the next 15 minutes. I'm going to see if I can get to the end of the requests. But yeah, let's see. Thank you so much, everyone, for asking. Oh yeah, camera crew's doing well. It sounds like you folks are noticing. Appreciate the tech crew. So we have Landslide, then God's Plan by Drake, and then some Joe Hisaishi, and then La Vie en Rose will be the next one after that. Let's see. Thanks everyone for all the requests. Sorry I'm not going to be able to get to everyone's excellent song choices, but I appreciate everyone tuning in and thinking of such great songs. I have time for just a few more, so I'm just going to have to pick and choose, and y'all can tune in next Thursday or the next time I'm on. You can subscribe to this channel and hit that notification button, and then you'll get a little ping every time I go live, and I can get back to your requests then. How about that? So, wow, I saw a very unique request for a song from Undertale, which is a video game. So why don't I try that? That's kind of fun. And then yeah, my apologies. I'm trying to follow the chat. Just a second. I also saw a request for Love Song by The Cure. I don't remember where that was, but I'm going to try to throw that one in as well. Thank you, Kathy and Eden and Jeff and Jennifer, everyone for asking for all these tunes. I'm going to have to put all that on hold and just throw in one more song. But I appreciate everyone making all these great requests, and I can get to them next time if you want to tune in. So I'm going to close out with just one or two more, and I'm sorry for everyone whose songs I can't get to. It sounds like a lot of people are celebrating graduations, birthdays, anniversaries, so I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Thanks, Jason. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Bingo Show. It's back. We're happy to be with you this evening, this Friday night, live from the penthouse at Canlis Restaurant. Jason's been playing for a couple of hours, and we just thought, what an incredible way for those of you that are enjoying dinner tonight to just add a little ambiance onto the table or into the room or in your household. Jason, thank you. You've been incredible this entire period, and I'm happy to be back with you all. Folks, we took a break last week to pay attention to all the events that were happening around our city, and they're still happening. They're still going on. And tonight, we want to do a little bit of both. We want to pay attention to the important work that is happening in our city, the protesters, those that are fighting for equality in our country. And we also want to take a break from what's been a long week. We want to take a break from the headlines, from what can be tiring or exhausting from either our quarantine or from just the idea that we are constantly plugged into out there. We want you to come together as a family. We want you to play a game. We want to have a little fun. And we're going to be joined by an incredible musician tonight. We're pleased to have Thad Cockrell here, all the way out from Nashville, because we believe in the power of laughter and the power of families being together around the dinner table. We believe in the power of music, and we hope that this is a restorative time for your family, a time of self-reflection, a time of enjoyment, and otherwise a time that can be a little hard. So we have a bit of a tradition here, and I thought we'd get back to that tradition, Chris, and I thought do a little something from the mailbag.
Sounds great.
Yeah, so you know, the way this works is we like to send bingo cards out to whoever has ordered something for dinner, and then of course you don't have to order something, you could just mail us a postcard. And I got all kinds of postcards this week and last week, and they are, I can't tell you what an uplifting, joyful piece of my day they are. You bring me laughter and just the encouraging words of the city of Seattle. If I could give you one gift, it would be that all of you read these things. So I'm going to bring a couple to you now. This one here, dear Canlis family, while you may not be the oldest, you're certainly the best. And I didn't know what he was referring to, but it's the Union Oyster House, Chris, was started in 1826, longest concurrently running restaurant in America. It's it's like 100 and it's a lot older than us, actually. So anyway, I found that interesting. And then this was cool. Hi, Mark. I was very upset that you did not read my card last time. So please read this one. And also, can we have 5 winning bingo cards, please? From Zoe. So Zoe, I'm sorry that you got upset. Sometimes we don't get what we want. We can talk about that later. But in fact, we can talk about that right now. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, Zoe gets to stay up late tonight, and so Zoe, I hope you've got some cards. Thanks for that drawing on the back. It was super cool. Dear Canlises, bingo night is the best Friday of Corona. I got so stressful when I lost. I threw my bingo card at the monitor. And there's a picture of when you lose, and this is this person's very angry, actually. So I'm sorry that was stressful. Sometimes when we lose, it's stressful. It makes sense. So this was from Miles Jeanette. Miles, thanks for that. He's got a family of 5, Jay and Tony and all those. We've got some bingo cards coming away, and hopefully those are winning cards. We're playing a couple of rounds just in a moment here. And then I like this one. This came in. Let me see if I can get it open here. Lick my fingers, but in the days of Corona, we don't do that anymore. You're supposed to touch your face. Dear Canlis, hi, I loved when you came out of the ceiling. Can you do it again? Well, the answer is no. That's a one-time thing. We don't repeat the entryway. And then, and then this. We do bingo every Friday night and never win. Sincerely, Evelyn. P.S. I'm a kid. Piano players are great. And then Evelyn drew me an incredible picture of a salad bowl with ping pong balls, and then there's a Canlis family meal. And then we have a Canlis bottle. Can you get a picture of that? We have a close-up now? The Canlis bottle service. Evelyn, we all parent differently in these hard times. Apparently Evelyn has been receiving the Canlis cocktail kits at home, and we'll have to review some of our torn and older policies. I think you should keep bingo going even when you open the restaurant again, which is a sweet sentiment. Thanks, Nina and Scott, for that encouraging word. I'll tell you, I've thought about it, and also we'll have to charge a lot more for bingo because as a business model, this one is terrible. This was beautiful. There's just some carrots. In fact, I actually received a whole series, a carrot series, a watercolor series. A few weeks ago, we talked about maybe just using this time to sort of improve ourselves. Pick up a guitar, learn an instrument, pick up watercolor, or paint carrots. Yeah. Friday night bingo lights, clear eyes, full daubers, can't lose. Asterisks, please don't let me lose again. Which I haven't seen the show, but I don't think the asterisk is a part of the show. You can be anything. This is a Christmas card that somebody sent, and it's so out of date. Not only is it not Christmas, but they've had the baby 4 months ago. And then this one here, I thought was incredible. So I just want to finish with this one. I got a picture here, and I got a lot of pictures actually. And then, we love playing bingo with you. Can we please have extra bingo cards because our parents are too cheap to buy another meal? My address is, and then we have the address. So, look, you don't have to buy a meal. You don't have to buy a cocktail kit for your children. You can just write us a postcard. It can be any postcard you want, and we are happy to invite you in to Canlis Restaurant. This is the bingo show at Canlis, and we're doing it a little differently today. So, we have been so pleased and privileged to have so many sponsors sponsor this show. It's super cool. And what we want to do is use the show for good. Last week, that was for some incredible organizations fighting racism in this country and fighting for equality. Lots of ways to do that. And we actually you raised an incredible amount of money for that. And I want to thank you for that. Tonight, we've had a couple of sponsors. I've got them here. So tonight, we want to raise money. If you just go to canlis.com/live. It's all the people behind the cameras are telling me that I did that properly, and then you can click to donate. All of the tips, of course, during the music program of the show will also go to charity. And tonight we're giving it to two organizations, so to Black Lives Matter of King County in Seattle, and then also an organization of Thad Cockrell's choosing. Actually, we're going to hear about that a little bit later on. It's called Youth Impact. They're in Buffalo, doing some incredible work in the ground, incredible work on the ground in Buffalo, and we always just like to do anything we can, and I feel like I feel like running a bingo show out of a fine dining restaurant is a unique opportunity, and we appreciate any way that you can help and support. We'll be doing that with you tonight. So a couple of donors tonight. So Nancy Linden donated $250 to the cause from the Emily program. The Emily program is a nationally recognized for its compassionate, personalized approach to eating disorder awareness, treatment, and lifelong recovery. They have outpatient and residential locations here in Seattle. They've been here established in 1993. We had Opal a couple of weeks ago, and now we've got the Emily program. And one of the things I love about this time is my own awareness to the incredible work that folks are doing in Seattle, whether it's around eating disordered or disordered eating or racism. Honored to be sponsored by the Emily program. And then T. Anthony Jewelers. T. Anthony Jewelers has been around ever since his remarkable wife left our company, and they started that one. He does custom jewelry, and my wife, I proposed with one of those beautiful things. I know my brother has bought one. Tyler and Kelly Schultz have donated this evening not only $500 to charity, but also in the first round of bingo, they've donated a $300 gift certificate to a custom piece of jewelry of your choosing. I know they do incredible work. He is a fourth-generation jeweler in our city, just a neat couple, and as a fourth-generation restaurant owner, I have a soft spot in my heart for their story and also for who they are as people, just as trustworthy as can be, and we are honored to be sponsored by them tonight. So, that's the sponsor portion of our show, and without further ado, I think we need to get on to sort of some of the fun stuff. I want to welcome a good friend of mine, an incredible musician and a remarkable man. His name is Thad Cockrell. He flew out here on a last-minute whim to be a part of our show. You'd heard about it in Tennessee. Thad, welcome to the Bingo Show at Canlis. If you're just tuning in, we're gonna hear a live performance from Thad Cockrell tonight. We're gonna hear something from you right now. Is that right?
So good to be here. Yeah. I'm looking at the view, and when I was making my album, I lived out in Venice, in LA, and I love Nashville. The people in Nashville, incredible. It is not the most beautiful place.
You don't have. It's not quite.
And I'm looking around. I'm like, God, I really need to live in a place that's beautiful.
I feel like if you had a tall ladder in Nashville, if you just got up high enough, you would have something almost like this. Maybe.
No.
Maybe really tall. Okay, maybe not. I haven't been.
Thank
a lot.
you, though.
Yeah.
I appreciate.
You have good food in Nashville. Incredible coffee
do
scene.
have
remarkable people.
incredible people.
And we talk about the music.
Yeah, the best of people.
Yeah,
so.
the best of people. You're one of them, my friend. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thrilled to have you. So here's what we're gonna do. It'd be cool if you could play a couple of songs,
Yeah.
and then can we play some bingo? Is that right? And then
Let's
we'll
do
finish
it.
with a set. Maybe some stuff off your new album. You got an album coming. When are you gonna drop this album on? It's a couple weeks away. Is that right?
June 26th it comes out. It'll be available on all streaming platforms, and you could also buy it, which makes a big difference. So.
The name of the album is In Case You Feel the Same.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited.
Thanks.
We've been talking about it, so really excited to hear from you.
Here's the latest single that we have just released. It's called Higher. Is Jason going to join us?
Can we get Jason Cole back on here? Is that possible? Hold
Oh,
on
yeah.
a second. Yeah? Jason, you know this song, yeah? You can play anything.
So this is a song we just released. It has my friend Brittany Howard. You might know her. She's the lead singer in the Alabama Shakes, and I'm just a huge fan of her. And she made the incredible gift of lending me her spirit and her voice on this song, and a song called Higher, made for times like this. I'm gonna lift you higher. I'm gonna lift you higher. I'm gonna lift you higher. When I'm feeling low, I'm gonna lift you higher. Higher and higher. I'm gonna lift you higher. When I'm feeling low, thank you. Thank you. I've known defeats and I've known doubts, but I never went without. Thank you. Thank you. I've traded in my certainty, but you showed up in the mystery. I'm gonna lift you higher. I'm gonna lift you higher. I'm gonna lift you higher. When I'm feeling low, I'm gonna lift you higher. Higher and higher. I'm gonna lift you higher. When I'm feeling low, heartbreak. It's hard to shake this heartbreak. It's hard to take. And sorrow, I've come to know this sorrow will come and go. Thank you. Thank you. I've got debts that I can't pay, and when I do not know the way, thank you. Oh, thank you. And when there's nothing left to say, when there's nothing left to see, oh, I'm gonna lift you higher. I'm gonna lift you higher. I'm gonna lift you higher. When I'm feeling low, I'm gonna lift you higher. Higher and higher. I'm gonna lift you higher. When I'm feeling low, I'm gonna lift you higher. Higher and higher. I'm gonna lift you higher. When I'm feeling low. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
We went through it one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah. That's off the new album, yeah?
It is.
I heard a story about that album. Can we tell it right now?
Sure.
Is it true? So I heard a story. You and I were talking earlier up on the roof,
Yeah.
looking out of the view. Will you talk a little bit about what it was like? You said, I want to set out to make an album that is with people who are not like me, who don't think like me, don't look like me.
Yeah.
We have different beliefs. and out of that comes this current album. What was that like?
Well, I think as a creative, what I've learned over my life is that usually intention is a really powerful thing, and I've learned that what you put on in the end, like what you do on the front side, often will come back to you on the back side, right? So with my band Leagues, there was like 3 words that we held really dear, and we didn't tell anybody, but everything that we did had to go through the lens of those 3 words, right? And it was so wild. We didn't tell anyone, but it was so wild when we'd play shows, people would come to us and they would use those exact 3 words. Yeah. And they're not common. They're not.
I hope this isn't a test tonight, because I'm like wondering what 3 words are going to give to us right afterwards.
But the idea that I carried that into this was I wanted to make a record with people that didn't look, think, and believe like me. Yeah. Because I think if we can make something, I think oftentimes, I can't speak for us, but I can surround myself with sameness, and there's never any unity in sameness. Yeah. Unity comes from an incredible gift of difference, and we all believe different things. And my thought was like, maybe if we all came together and made something beautiful together, maybe on the other side of that, the people that we would see that would fill the rooms might not look like, think like, and be like each other. And to me, I think that's what great art does. And I'm not saying I'm doing that, but I think it's something you strive for, right?
No, but I mean, you talk about the tension and like how sometimes you need that tension to produce what's great. And I feel like that's true in all of our lives, right? Yeah. If it's all easy, then maybe we're not being pushed. Maybe we're not being stretched in those kinds of ways. And we got to think about what we think about in those ways, right? Yeah. So we need people to pull us out of that comfort zone. You got one more for us?
I do.
Play a little bingo.
Here's a song called "Slow and Steady." Yeah. I got a call and I just messed it up. I saw you the other night. Down the street you were walking, and I remember when I held you tight. I felt like a millionaire, and you were laughing and carrying on. The sky was pink and yellow, and I'm okay, but it hurt you're gone. I just took a deep breath and stared. I'll get over you in time. I'm not ready. I'll get over you in time. Slow and steady. I got a call in the middle of the night, so I drove to Oklahoma, and I was there by the morning light. You were a beautiful Indian queen, and I remember when I was a kid, you were always there for the loving, and then I watched you drift away. I just took a deep breath and cried. I'll get over you in time. I'm not ready. I'll get over you in time. Slow and steady. I'll get over you in time. I'm not ready. I'll get over you in time. Slow and steady. And then I had a dream, and it always seemed to haunt me, and it stole my nights and days. It still steals my nights and days. And if I ever wanted a new one, I've gotta let go of the old one. But it's so hard to say goodbye. I just took a deep breath and sighed. I'll get over you in time. I'll get over you in time. Slow and steady, I'll get over you in time. I'm not ready, I'll get over you in time. Slow and steady. Oh, oh, oh,
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Thad Cockrell. Just if you're joining us now, this is Canlis Bingo Show live from the Penthouse at Canlis Restaurant. And we're just about to play a little bingo. Thad, if we can invite you to come over to the other side of the studio. So was that off the new album? If in case you feel the same, right? Thad's album comes out just in a couple of weeks here, and if you're just tuning in, we are spending the night playing a little bingo, listening to some music, raising some funds to fight racism in this country through Black Lives Matter Seattle and through the neat work that's happening out in Buffalo through Youth Impact. So feel free to tip tonight. All of that is going to go to charity. And but right now we're going to play some bingo. And I don't know, Thad, we're actually gonna. Can we put a mic on you? We'll get another mic for you because we're pretty fancy here. So maybe while we're getting Thad mic'd up, do you think?
Should we go over the rules?
Should we go over the rules? I feel like it's
refresh?
been a couple of weeks since we've played, and I feel like that might be a good place to start. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think people now have a cachet of bingo cards at their disposal.
Well, there's a couple weeks worth, right? So these games could go quickly, which is worth noting. So you're going to want to have the phone number at the ready.
Which I know I do.
Which one did you bring tonight? Yeah, there you go. Okay.
It's just the rustic version of the prop. But again, if you are playing bingo with us tonight, remember, once you get that bingo, 5 numbers and letters in the 5 in a row, upwards, downwards, diagonally, please take a picture of the winning bingo card and text it to 480-702-1978, and our very own Brian Canlis is standing by to witness your winning bingo card. So we're going to do 2 rounds tonight. So that's with fresh cards both times. So you can judiciously, however you'd like. You're going to play all your cards in the first round, all your cards in the second round. However you want to do it, split them up.
Split
them
up to you
if
you want. Sure.
Do you remember
There's a lot
that
of cards out there? So
we have that $300 gift card for the first round, right?
We do. Yeah. So this is to T. Anthony Jewelers, and it's not going to get you a 10-carat diamond, but it's a head start on a nice little. Here's the thing with the pandemic. There's a lot of romance there. People are getting puppies. People are dating. I feel like jewelry would go a long ways right now. So it's
very long ways.
It's a head start.
Yeah.
You're also winning, of course, a box of vegetables.
CSA
box.
It's
a CSA box. It's a community sport agriculture. There's some of our favorite farms,
best
and we
produce
just
you
like
can get in Washington.
It is some of the best produce you can get in Washington. So
and stay tuned because we do have another special prize for the second round, which we'll discuss later.
We'll discuss that later.
We'll discuss later.
So Thad, if you would, sir, if you could give those ping pong balls a good old-fashioned Nashville stirring.
Yeah, that's a Nashville stirring.
You know what I'm saying? I don't, which sounds like the name of a band, really. But
okay,
Nashville stirring. Go ahead and kick us off. What do you have there? What's that first? What do you have with the first one? Well, there you go.
This feels nostalgic almost.
I-18
is your first number.
I-18.
I-18.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I-18. Bingo night here at Canlis. I hope you've got your daubers ready. I hope you've got those.
All right. We've got our new double-sided tape at the ready.
Here's the thing. I didn't read that postcard, but somebody actually mailed us the sweetest letter, and then inside said, "Hey, I understand you need some new double-sided tape." So we were reusing double-sided tape for the first 7 episodes, and now we have 8
fresh
episodes. Yeah.
Fresh tape.
Yeah, it feels good.
It does.
Feels like turning over a new leaf.
Does it feel a little quiet?
I forgot. Jason normally plays music during this. But
it's up to him.
Yeah, he left with that song, and then he left Jason. Do you think we could get
Thank you. Ballad?
We're totally rusty. We only took 1 week off, and I feel like we're doing this brand new for the very first time. So, Jason, we'd love to have you back on the show.
I just feel like I just,
Jason
like
Colt live.
I was going to start scatting while you guys talked.
That also works. Yeah, totally. No, that totally works. Okay, I think we're ready. There we go. We got Jason
feels
going.
better.
We got
Okay,
the first ball. Yeah.
I feel better.
Thank you.
Because I-25 is the next number.
I-25.
That sets the mood right there. That is nice.
I-25, I-18.
And we've got some more cameras going on this week.
Fancier. It's
the production
warmer.
value
I know,
is
except for all these
really
lights.
improved
Yeah.
over. It's impressive.
Go ahead and just say it out loud. Yeah, you're impressed with our own
I
production
am.
value. Is
I'm
that
a
what
little
you're saying?
warm actually with the new lights. So I-19 is going to be your next number.
I-19, I-18, I-19, I-25. It's a very narcissistic run here. It's all about I.
Oh, we're going.
We're just going straight down the I.
This is going to make
stirring those, or you're just picking out the eyes?
This is going to make someone happy.
Okay,
I know.
all right, let's do it.
N35.
N35. N35. As a reminder, folks, you're going to take a photo of the winning bingo card as soon as you have it. Text it to my brother, who's just sitting over there in the lap of luxury. He's got his sweatpants on tonight. He's wearing his bingo shirt, and he's just out of the heat of the spotlight.
What's the shortest amount of balls that you guys have?
I don't even know. I would have to watch reruns.
That's at bingo, yeah.
There's
Been some quick ones.
Yeah.
But G56 is going to kind of throw a...
The G56 Summit.
G56. Just made somebody happy. Oh.
Oh no. What was that?
Thad, are you play a lot of bingo in Nashville? Is that a thing out there?
I don't. Let me tell you the last time I played bingo though.
I wanna know.
I was in Montana and I went to the state fair.
Really?
And I was 2 or 3 beers in and I bellied up to a table between people that I squeezed through.
Was there a thick cloud?
There was a thick cloud, and I won it. I won bingo.
You're
Oh
kidding.
yeah.
Is bingo like darts where it takes a beer and a half even to
I
get good?
actually won $25.
Really?
Wow. That's right.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're being co-hosted bingo tonight by a man who's won bingo himself. Not
That's
a lot
right.
of people watching tonight can say that, but you are. Actually, we've had other hosts.
Bingo winners,
Yeah,
you know?
we've had other bingo winners. Yeah.
There's a few of us around.
Well, B1 to
B1.
our next bingo winner. Perhaps it's crucial. We'll find out.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
What do you have there?
This one was calling. It was.
It's calling your name.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
067.
That's 067. That's your name.
067.
067.
And get the next number. And please, Thad, remember, don't necessarily need to cherry pick. You go ahead and hustle.
No,
Hustle
I,
the
Go ahead.
crowd
That's
there.
right.
I'm trying to switch up letters. I can see the letters, and I want to like switch it up. You know.
Notice if he knows the cards that are out there, you know.
I don't.
But maybe he's got
Is this a
ringer
conspiracy?
out
Do you know
there
It
from
is a
Tennessee.
conspiracy. I have
fine.
some intel. I've got a bug in my ear, and some people are saying this is what we need.
N34. N34 is what someone needs.
N34. 067, B1, N34, G56. Mark them all off, folks. We're just
Here we are.
gonna get through 2 rounds tonight.
N32.
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 Cheers to N32.
Cheers to
Cheers.
N32.
All right.
We
And if things don't work out, can I? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Trust it. That's why we're here. The land of left day jobs. Welcome to the bingo show at Canlis Restaurant, where none of us actually know the future. And by exactly.
The future, we mean the next 10 minutes from now.
But yes, that is what we mean.
G54 is your next number.
There's something about that postcard that said, when the restaurant reopens, will you keep playing bingo? And in my back of my head, I was like, right, we may never get to that stage. But if we're allowed to, we're gonna do
find
it.
out.
Yeah.
065.
065.
Wow.
065 is the next number.
What you got in there, then? You're a taker from the top, I notice.
Well,
You've already stirred them, and yeah, it's true. It's not like the odds go
I didn't know. I thought it was judgment-free zone. You know, I'm just over here picking.
No judgment.
No, that's the Chaz. Up in the Chaz was judgment-free zone. Here at Canlis Bingo, we have some rules around. Okay, well, I trust you.
G60.
G60.
G60, next number.
Here, the president thought there were a bunch of terrorists in Seattle this week. I don't know what to think about it. Did you read about that in Nashville?
What's that?
President Trump didn't like our protesting. Called them terrorists.
You know,
We're all speechless. I gotta go ahead. I don't want to slow up the
There's a
video game.
lot of things that Trump doesn't like, but there's a lot of things that he does.
Here's the thing.
How's that?
I served in the military, and I've been to the chest. Two things I bet President Trump can't actually say. Those aren't terrorists, Mr. Trump.
Yeah,
But you know, Brian, we got Brian checking bingo right now. We could. Is it true? Do we have? We potentially have. We already have a bingo. Well, this could be actually the shortest game of bingo we've already
Wow.
played.
Up there.
Yeah,
Wow.
for real.
Absolutely.
We have a bingo. You have won a box of vegetables. You have won eggs, the best eggs probably you've ever had.
And a gift card to Canlis and Show.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you
Let's get
also
in
won
there.
a gift card to Canlis Restaurant when we become a restaurant again. Can they use those for dinners to go? That's what I want to know. Do we even know how to use gift cards with dinners to go? Have we figured that out yet?
Yes, we can.
Stay tuned for when we talk to Quan the accountant on Monday
Medium
morning.
plus.
Maybe you can use it for a gift card to go. You could buy a cocktail kit for your family.
But did you see they actually?
And
Do we have
then,
Brian, do we have a name?
Working on it.
Because
and then they've won a gift certificate to T. Anthony Jewelers.
Yeah,
so
4
so
winners?
you've got diamonds coming your way.
it's amazing.
Wow.
5 winners.
We have
Wow,
5
5.
winners.
We have 5 bingos, but we only have 1 winner. I think.
The last show we did a second place prize.
Oh, we did.
And,
Oh, do we have something lined up for that?
Well, we didn't plan it out, but I say
Okay.
for the next round, why don't we do a second place prize also? You know what I'm saying? We have 5 winners, so it's all about getting that photo in as fast as you possibly can. As we do every week on the show, we're just waiting for my younger brother Brian to get us the name so we can move on to the next one. I'm happy to report that, you know, Thad, you and I have this in common. We both have brothers that went into the church, went into ministry.
Yes.
Later on the show, I want to ask you about your brother. I am pleased to be joined by both my brothers. I'm the middle brother. Are you the?
I'm the youngest.
You're the youngest. Okay.
Yeah.
Brian's the youngest. But my older brother's here tonight. He came
Right.
over celebrating his 24th anniversary from Wenatchee.
Yes,
They
congratulations.
had takeout dinner on the roof.
Congratulations.
Patrick.
Patrick, congratulations. Patrick, you have won. Patrick, if you're the guy that texted us, you have won. We'll contact you later and figure out how to get you something in a time of a national pandemic and civic unrest. But what's
Amazing.
11 winners?
So Patrick was the winner's name.
Patrick was the winner. Patrick, you've got
Creepy that they had already written his name on the card.
what?
Yeah.
Wow, that is kind of creepy.
They knew he was going to be the bingo winner.
Whoa.
Do you do sleight of
Spooky.
hands all the time? Is
Spooky.
this a side act?
I just-
If
that we
you
do?
don't believe there's not aliens, think
Something
again,
going
my
on.
friend.
But Patrick, congratulations.
You know what's really fun
We've
is-
been had a lot of time on our hands here while we've been making. What's fun? Talk about it.
Mark, when you're talking,
Yeah.
whether you know it or not, you're speaking. You're in the same key as the piano. You're talking in the key.
No,
as, as
not
the-
only do I realize it, but Jason and I are here for hours every morning
I
as the
love
sun
it.
comes up.
I
and
think
we
it's
do
great.
kind of a thing. I think actually I just speak and Jason is so
I was gonna
talented
say-
he can
No,
actually
he
make me
probably
sound
is.
good.
Secretly, when
Yeah.
before all this started, Jason would his tempo would be the same as me shaking cocktails. it was amazing.
You check a cocktail. and
I
he
shake-
just
he would
work
pick up on
in,
my tempo,
like,
yeah.
I
Wow.
like
Pretty
that.
amazing.
He's your
Yeah.
tambo. You're his tambo man.
For real. For real. You know
All
how
right.
like a barber can make you look good. A good piano player can make you sound good.
You want to know a little trivia about? I gave myself this haircut last night.
I'm on haircut number 5. I do the whole thing, and then my wife Anne Marie's got to do the back because I can't get around. You know what I'm saying? I could show you the back; it's a lot longer in the front. But I'm on my 5th home haircut, and I may never go back. Paul, my favorite hairstylist, if you're watching.
8:36.
Sorry, Brian said we gotta keep going. Okay, I love you, Paul.
Okay.
Open up so we can come back. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna
Round
work
two?
into round 2 of bingo, and
So, fresh
we're gonna get
cards.
this thing. So fresh cards,
Those
fresh
losers.
prize.
What was her name? Where she threw them at the monitor?
Fresh box of vegetables. I don't remember her name, but
Well,
don't throw it at the monitor. It's okay.
don't throw it at the monitor. Just recycle them, compost them, whatever. I think they're compostable. But we're going to round 2. So fresh
If you're
cards.
angry, just tweet out something with typos in it. You can stoop it if you want.
I-18.
I-18,
is your
ladies and
first
gentlemen. This is
number.
round 2 of Bingo Night at Canlis. I-18. We're gonna
Just tweet typos.
Oh wait,
to the
I have
world.
something extra for
Oh,
this.
we do.
Yeah. No, so we were gonna give away. Can we talk about this right now? I
I
want to
think so.
sweeten the deal.
Yeah. Let's explain
Kind
it.
of which camera is actually? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We've been doing a lot of things here at Canlis Restaurant. One of them is coming up with our own line of merchandise, and a lot of you have written about these in postcards. A lot of you have. So to the winner, we're gonna send you our very own no dress code Canlis sweatpants. These are about as cheap and flimsy feeling as you'd expect from a $28 pair of sweatpants, but they'll make you happy because they've got Canlis written on the bottom. I don't think we've ever put our name on something that's quite at that level, but I wear them at home and so do all my kids. It's a lot of fun. We're also going to send you home with an I Love Bingo shirt, which I think is appropriate for those of you that have been playing every week and dedicating your Friday nights of this pandemic to a bingo show.
Mark, can I
And
throw one more special item in?
Would you?
So,
What'd you
with
find?
white tablecloths and the like, we do have lovely cutlery. And people want us to buy their cutlery when we reopen.
That's right.
So,
oh my goodness, I forgot about this.
To the winner of the next round, I have a golden butter knife.
Wait, Chris,
24
it's true that this was actually suggested. This is as when we were talking about reopening, what is fine dining going to look like after the pandemic? We've had a suggestion to change the silverware at Canlis to gold.
43 carat.
This is for this.
4.3 carat.
This is going to be 0.43 carats.
Yeah.
We don't actually know if there's any gold on this sampled butter knife, but you will be the winner of the world's goldest butter knife. And I think it's actually a dinner knife. It's a little wide, a little long, and a little sharp to butter knife, but you can use it however you choose.
Yeah.
Here
It's
at
got my
Canlis, we
fingerprint
call it a dinner knife. It's
right
got a
here.
fingerprint. We'll buff that off before we send it to you. So not only do you get the t-shirt and the sweatpants, but you get the sample knife that we have absolutely no use for whatsoever.
I imagine they do. And
Okay, so
following
start
that
kicking it
up,
off with I-18.
and moving into B10, to
B10.
follow up.
I think second place should also get a pair of sweatpants and also get a t-shirt tonight. Do we have any more butter knives?
I don't think we even know where butter knives, but
right.
let's do that. Second
right.
place. Second
The
place.
sample kit didn't come with like a fork or a spoon, maybe.
Did they just sent you a knife?
It was on Brian's desk, and I found it. I was like, what in the world are we going to do with that? There's
found the right-
no...
We found the correct application.
You know who I think has gold knives and is... Anyway, okay.
Wait, I want to know.
Enough Trump jokes already, but...
066
I got a
is your
place
next
I can
number.
just send that other...
066.
knife
Pretty
to.
soon, I think we're going to be getting tweeted at from the White House.
I am overstepping my... Stay in my lane, I'm being told. Okay, here we go. 066, B10, I-18,
063.
063.
063. Thank you.
It's good to have Jason back on the key.
G54.
G54.
This is going to make somebody happy.
You know it?
I know it.
Hope so. B2.
That.
B2 is the next number.
So I think it's worth mentioning the last-minute nature with which you miraculously saved us by flying out here. Did you think a couple days ago that you would be in Seattle, standing here in the penthouse at Canlis, playing bingo? Was that at all on your radar?
Here's what's crazy. I was watching. I couldn't go to sleep the night before. I talked. It was you or Brian. I forget who. I think it was Brian. And I'm watching like the stuff that you guys have been doing, the bingo nights, and I'm thinking, how do I snake my way into this?
It's not true.
I'm not.
Come on, really?
I promise you. The next morning, I'm having coffee, and I get a text from Brian. It's like, hey, what do you think about coming to Canlis
I know
for
there are
bingo
no
night?
concerts and stuff.
I was like, no, you gotta be kidding me.
Phase 1.5, but is the music industry to the point where talented musicians are watching bingo in Nashville and actually, are there other musicians that would do this? Do you think we could? Are there any friends in Nashville we can call?
Oh, there's a lot of friends. There's
Okay.
a lot of friends.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
let's talk about it.
Because musicians, there's not a musician in work right now. Like there's
That's
no
why
work.
it's so hard. That's what they've all said. It's just
we
it's
got
impossible.
we got the one and only right back here.
We got
Jason's holding down the fort.
We're going to recap real quickly here. Beginning with I-18, B10, 066, 063, G54, B2, and new to the party for this round is G49.
G49. Knock the camera right over.
Exquisite numbers.
Yeah,
Indeed.
Exquisite numbers.
Indeed.
It is a time when you feel thankful for a job. I will tell you that much. As much as we joke about sort of, doing a bingo show or doing a delivery, I can't tell you what a privilege it's been to just have the lights on, a lot of lights tonight. And I feel so supported by the city. So if I haven't said that enough to Seattle, thank you for continuing to support what we're doing here. It is a privilege. It's an honor.
Absolutely. And moving in to the more of that is 061. It's a bad segue.
More of bingo.
I don't know.
Yeah,
more
that's
bingo.
okay.
I'm so pleased to be here as well. It's weird to be thinking this would be like
When you
our second turn will be starting right now.
we would normally just be running around like crazy,
Yeah.
getting all excited with the second turn, changing tables. The wine team would have the light on, signaling that they're just going down in flames. Chef would be, I don't know, back in the kitchen doing what he does. And
James would be mildly angry.
When you log in, when you clock in at Canlis, how many different clock-ins do you have? You're a man of many talents in this restaurant.
I think with the the 7 or 8 new concepts, I think I'm probably up to like 14.
14
Yeah.
different, yeah.
14 different job codes. And Bingo host now, co-host is now
Co-host.
one of them,
Thank you,
which I couldn't be more proud of. And I-27
I-27.
to make that statement further home.
Just a reminder, if you're just tuning in, this is Bingo Night at Canlis. Takes 5 in a row. That free space is a gift from us. It's a gift from the people that invented bingo. It's just to encourage the game along is what it is. Use that free space in the center. What do you have there?
G56.
G56. G56. Thad, how'd you learn how to sing? What's the story there? I don't even know that. We've known each other a long time, but I have not asked you that question.
How did I learn how to sing?
Yeah, like how I always wanted. And I'm not.
Church.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not like I grew up singing in church,
Yeah.
but
Kids actually don't. They just kind of hum along while they look at their parents like, are you singing?
Yeah.
Are we singing? Are we doing this as a family?
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
But my favorite meal of any my favorite meal of any service was always. Actually,
talk about it.
No, I said that correctly. My favorite meal of every service was the music.
You did say that correctly.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Wow, it's good to know.
Well, N34
N34.
in a voice that's not quite as good as Thad's, but I'll do my best.
Oh, you got a wonderful voice.
Could you guys sing together maybe a song later on? Is
you
that
sing?
possible? Oh, yeah.
You do music
Oh, he's talented.
terribly.
I don't have the incredible.
The only bad singer is the
the
ones
least
that don't
two
sing.
musical people on the planet are standing next to you tonight. All the guys behind the camera and the sound team, they all have bands and stuff. The two of us, no, you don't want us to sing.
A couple more
I
Aperol
wanna
spritz
sing
on my
off.
karaoke, but
Yeah.
071.
I have a guitar, and I made it a goal to learn a song during the pandemic on my guitar. I'm a very slow learner. But in the way I kind of picture this is one day you'd come out and join it, and I'd actually get to play along with you. But we're not to that point. But Jason did that with us.
We'll get there.
One day, yeah.
Soon. Then G60.
G60.
Moving into G60 is your next number.
I would be so
Wow.
terrified to actually sing in public. Or
Oh, this one, I can tell. We're going to get bingo on this one.
what do you
Strong
got?
words.
I'm calling
Strong
it.
words.
You're calling it.
Yeah.
073. It's
073.
the winning number, according to Thad.
According to Thad Cockrell, that could be the winning number. Double check.
073.
073. We had G60. We had 071. We had N34. We had G56. You should have those marked down on your papers, folks. The competition is Fast and Furious
somebody's
tonight.
not paying attention to the notepad
to their
because
cards.
there's a
now.
winner out
It's
there.
going to come back in just one
But
second.
anyways,
Yeah,
we'll
get
keep
there.
going.
G48.
G48.
I'm really enjoying this new double-sided tape.
It's so nice.
It's an upgrade.
I did an 8th grade graduation last night. We played a little bingo for the 8th grade graduation.
Wow.
With the old double-sided tape. It wasn't working at all for me.
Oh.
It was a disaster, actually.
Well, we've replaced it.
That
so,
postcard came in perfect time.
N35.
N35.
N35, everyone. We're getting a. I feel like we're getting a full board.
You really
here.
are. Got a crowded pedestal there. Oh, dang.
There we
Dang,
go.
dang. I
That's
got
all
it.
right.
I
You'll
got
be
it.
okay.
Gotta keep a distance. There you go.
B11.
B11,
Is
folks,
the
it's
next
for all the marbles,
number.
for all the
B-
vegetables, all the bok choy you could possibly stir fry. This is going to be a
I'm
remarkable.
partial to B12
Here's the thing
myself.
about the CSA kits. When we started this thing,
That joke?
it was early spring kind of, and now we're in now the box is just
We're
loaded
in the
with good stuff.
throes
We're in the
of-
throes
yeah.
of what we grow best here in Washington State. So, although we don't grow any grapefruit, did you hear about that one?
No?
My friends in Wenatchee were like, hey, if you get a chance, tell Mr. Inslee we don't grow any grapefruit. You didn't hear about that?
I did not hear about
All those farmers out there working hard, the ones that actually support us, that don't always get supported the same way back. My shout out to my friends out in Wenatchee. Keep it going. We need you out there. Yeah, I think he said thanks to all the Washington farmers for the grapefruit.
Interesting.
We do pears and
Yeah, apples. Yeah, hops.
yeah.
Yeah, asparagus. I-21.
I-21.
I-21. I think I'm
We all make mistakes.
gonna rearrange here a little bit. Running out of room.
Okay. Yeah.
How is there no Brian?
That's got
exactly.
one lined up for you, right? I'm shocked that we actually haven't had a winner yet. So it's I-21 is the final one, and then coming up could be
G47.
G47. We have to do the double stack now, aren't we?
Well, I think with the new double-sided tape, it's stable enough. I can put them on top.
Oh yeah, sure. I think
it's going to be good.
Okay, I think it should work just fine.
V6 is going to be that
wow,
first.
that's going to be
V6.
the move right there.
Right?
That's
Look at
Jenga.
that.
Yeah,
That's some Seattle bingo moves right there. You don't see that in the state fairs in
bingo
Montana,
Jenga
do you?
right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so just as a reminder, we have some people calling the phone. It doesn't really work that way.
Oh
we need a
my
text.
gosh.
We need
They
need actually
probably
a
won
photo,
way back when I said
a
they
photo
won.
of that winning bingo card is the best way to win. Otherwise,
I mean, there's a lot of anxiety. Have you ever listened intently at on a radio show and been oh, they're giving away tickets to a concert, and you just have that number ready to go.
No, yeah.
And you just keep getting a busy signal.
Have you ever won anything on the radio?
Okay, funny story. I did indeed. There was a very esoteric question about a very esoteric movie, and I knew the answer.
What was the question?
No
the
one
answer?
on staff is surprised to hear this story right now.
This
you
is
knew
true.
The,
This is true.
You knew the answer
was,
to a very esoteric question.
What was the name? It was a movie about Einstein with Walter Matthau and Tim Robbins, and it was IQ, and it was like a rom-com, in the '90s. But my neighbor Doug called and gave the answer, and he got the free pizza, and I didn't.
Oh, wow.
It's very scarring for us as an 11-year-old
sad
young
story.
man.
These are hard times for a sad story like that. I was thinking it was going to be an uplifting. Give us another bingo ball.
Somebody
Let's see if
send
we
this man a pizza. Let's make up for lost time here.
Say,
There is a winner. We have some difficulties. So keep stalling.
We're experiencing technical difficulties.
this just in from my brother. He would like me to talk about anything, sort of filibuster the moment right now, because we're having some technical difficulties. We may have a winner right now, so we're not going to pull another bingo card just yet, another bingo ball just yet. We're gonna talk about. I was not prepared for this
want more trauma,
whatsoever.
from
Last time I had facts about esoteric animals that had been mailed to us, and we were showing. I feel unprepared for the.
What is your favorite uplifting thing that you've heard over the last week?
I'll tell you this. I was on a call with former coach of the Huskies, Lorenzo Romar, listening to his thoughts about what was happening, not just on Capitol Hill or in Seattle, in our country, around the world. I was so encouraged. I was so impressed with him. I was so taken by his compassion and his wisdom and his sincerity and his hope, frankly. And here you have a man who has grown up and in a country that did not treat him the same way. And he, I don't know, he just spoke to my soul in ways that said we can put this thing back together. And I was so impressed with him. Another gentleman, Jason Hamilton, was on that, who has done commentary for the Washington Husky basketball team. I was just, man, if I could record that and send it out to the world, I feel like we'd all. I'm reminded that so many of us want the exact same things, and it's so easy to get distracted with the periphery. But at the core of it, if we're careful not to throw the baby out with the bathwater, I think there's so much hope out there right now, and we're building something better. And we don't know how to do it. We don't know. No one's doing it perfectly. But I'm encouraged with those that have the guts to try. And if I'm totally honest, I hope we're counted among them. So.
We have a winner.
Oh, thank you, thank you, because we're taking it down the street here, and I need to. Yeah, for real.
It's my fault. I got logged out of the thing and I couldn't get back in.
You have one job.
It turns out that someone won about 9 minutes ago.
Oh no, you're kidding.
Yeah, and we have about 64 winners.
Ooh.
It's from.
I thought this
really
game was
sorry.
taking
Yeah,
so
it was
long.
taking so long.
And you're over there deeky
I was
deeky
like,
deeky
hey,
on
why
your
isn't anyone
computer.
texting
And I'm
me?
like, what are
I
you
was in the
doing?
wrong window.
Me-
So many people have
Meanwhile,
been winning.
Brian's texting his wife. He's like, honey, how you doing tonight? I was like, oh, I'm watching my brother.
Martha and Max.
Martha and Max,
Max.
we want to congratulate you.
Martha and Max.
10 balls ago.
Martha and Max won on the
You know what
6th
10 balls
bingo
go?
ball.
I think it was
I don't
one
wanna say
you
it.
called it, Ted.
I think I called it.
I think you might have called it. Did
I
Thad
think I
call
called
it?
it.
He might have called it. Wait, hold on. If Martha can just text if Thad actually called the ball, I would love to know that.
Well, you know.
You know what's amazing is we weren't even that good in the beginning, and now we're so rusty we can barely pull together 2 winning bingo rounds. But to
easy.
Martha and to Max, we have the goldest dinner knife in your collection.
You guys
we
are gonna
have
love it.
We have sweatpants, no dress code sweatpants coming your way. We have a T-shirt. We have an incredible box of
Grapefruits.
There will be no grapefruits. Unfortunately, we only feature food from farms right around here, and so an incredible box of produce coming your direction. Here's the thing. Here's what I'd love to do, and this is why we've switched up the format of the show just a little bit. Thad, I want to finish with you. I know you have, I know you could sing all night, but I'd love it if you could just take us for a few more songs.
Yeah.
I'd love to finish the evening.
I'd love to.
Sort of with the healing and restorative nature of music, your music specifically. He has to go get his guitar. Folks, Thad Cockrell is joining us live here at the Penthouse at Canlis Restaurant. This is the Bingo Show, and we thought we would finish with a little music. And Thad, while you're setting up, I'm going to read one more postcard. This one came to us and touched a soft spot in my heart. What's up, Canlis? We're ready for some quarantine fun. That's not the part that touched me. The part that touched me is the front there. I don't know if you can see that. It's a postcard from New York City, and of course it's Lady Liberty herself. And on the front is a quote from the New Colossus. Pardon me. It was a poem written by Emma Lazarus, and it's actually was the basis of a speech I gave with my little brother a number of years ago in New York City, starting something off called the Welcome Conference. The Welcome Conference has grown to be much bigger and better than our opening speech could ever have been. But I want to read you, while Thad's setting up, a couple. In fact, I'm going to read the entire thing. I think Ms. Lazarus hit the nail on the head. And sometimes I'm reminded of who we are by older words, words that have stood the test of time. This is what's inscribed on the base of the Statue of Liberty. Not like the brazen giant of Greek fame, with conquering limbs astride from land to land. Here at our sea-washed sunset gates shall stand a mighty woman with a torch, whose flame is the imprisoned lightning, and her name, Mother of Exiles. From her beacon hand glows worldwide welcome. Her mild eyes command the air-bridged harbor that twin cities frame. Keep, ancient lands, your storied pomp, cries she with silent lips. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed, to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. Lady Liberty and Emma Lazarus were speaking, of course, of hospitality and of the principles upon which our country was founded. Tonight we want to finish with a few songs from Thad Cockrell. Thad?
Susie from the West Coast, I see you, I just want you to know I feel you, even when you're not close. When you're miles away, I still see your face. Bright in my nights, you, stars in my sky. From time and space cannot erase you, Susie from the West Coast. You see me like I've never been known. The strengths, you know, they're gonna divide us. Yeah, but weaknesses, they're gonna keep us close. Yeah. Bright in my nights, you, stars in my sky, and time and space cannot erase you. Oh, you. Oh, you. Oh. You, bright in my nights, you, stars in my sky, and time and space cannot erase you, cannot erase you. Susie from the West Coast. Usually that's when I miss you the most.
Canlis Restaurant.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Hold up. So strength. Hold on. There was a line in there I loved. Strengths you know are going to divide us. Hold on, I'm going to butcher it. Sorry. Strength. What was that? Strengths you know are going to divide us.
Yeah.
Weaknesses
Are going to keep us close.
will keep us close.
Yeah.
What's that about?
I
What's
think
going
that's
on
what
there?
the whole song's about. Yeah, I think it's, if you want to connect, if I want to connect with people, I can talk about my wins, but really, or my strengths, but really what it does is it creates so much distance because
Right.
most people listening are wonder how they can match, and, but if I were to tell you my failure or things that I've tried and failed at or the things that I'm insecure with, all of a sudden you feel connected.
Yeah, I do.
You know? And it's about the bravery of vulnerability and stepping into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. It's cool.
It's scary
I
stuff.
love that
but
song. It's awesome.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
awesome.
you.
You
Yeah.
got another one for us. You got.
Heaven waits for nothing less than giving in to faithfulness. I'll give you time, I'll let it rest, but I'm not down to give up yet. I don't know what I would do if all is lost, if I lost you. I don't know what I would do if all is lost, if I lost you. If I'm gonna go down, I wanna go down swinging. I wanna go down hard with all of my heart. Yeah, if I'm gonna go down, I wanna go down swinging. I wanna go down hard with all of my heart. Meet me at 3 a.m. come and see me once again. Out across the great divide that separates you and I don't know what I would do if all is lost, if I lost you. I don't want to end that way, just stay. If we're gonna go down, well, I wanna go down swinging. I wanna go down hard with all of my heart. Yeah, if I'm gonna go down, I wanna go down swinging. I wanna go down hard with all of my heart. Give it a chance. Give it a chance to fail. Give it a chance to fail. Come on, give it a chance. If I'm gonna go down, I wanna go down swinging. I wanna go down hard with all of my heart. Yeah, if I'm gonna go down, I wanna go down swinging. I wanna go down hard with all of my heart.
Sweet.
Here's another song off of the new album. It's called. Well, I originally released it on the Last Leagues album, and it was called "Walking to a City," and I re-recorded it, and it is renamed. It is now "Fill My Cup," and I think this is the right. This is the right
harmonica switch. You just
No,
suddenly pulled
that's
out.
E. That's E. That's not going to go well if I do that, my friends. None of us will like that. So I'm.
Well,
It's,
you renamed the song. I didn't know. Is that like ships you don't rename?
it's your song. You can do what you want. You know?
Okay. Yeah. No, I've never had one, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Well, it's like a restaurant. You know, if you wanted to rename it
Brian wants to call it Brian's, which I think is
Brian's,
yes.
you know, I mean, people I think are still going to come. You know.
Will they?
But this song came to me in the middle of the night. I was sleeping. I did not want to wake up. And I wrote 2 songs in the stretch of maybe 20 minutes. And the first song came to me. I didn't want to wake up. I just wanted to keep sleeping. So I walked through my house and I got a piece of paper and a pen with my eyes shut, walked back to my bed, eyes shut, and I wrote this song and I sang it down. Eyes shut the entire time, and I was like, okay, because I've made a deal.
Come on, you wrote it down. Eyes shut.
Yeah.
Come
yeah.
on, really?
Yeah. And then I sang the melody because I didn't want to forget it, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay, because I've made a deal a long time ago.
Okay. Like when the song comes, I write.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the deal.
So then I'm laying in bed and I'm thinking about this song, and I'm about to go back to sleep, and this song comes to me. And when this song comes to me, I sit straight up out of bed. I'm like, oh, we're writing songs. Like, okay, all right, you got my attention. So my best friend growing up was my granddad named Henry. And when I went back through his record collection, they were full of gospel albums, except for one. And I'd been making like country records at the time, and Johnny Cash was like my favorite, right?
Yeah.
And in the midst of all
he
his
should be.
albums, it was like all these like gospel records, and there was one country record, and it was Johnny Cash.
No.
Right?
Cool.
So I've had this like connection with Johnny Cash. And so I'm laying in bed, and when this song came to me, I know this sounds weird, I felt Johnny sing. It's like sitting on the edge of I felt his presence on the end of the bed.
Yeah.
And I heard him sing to me the song. So when I first heard it, it was very like Rick Rubin,
I've been walking to a city.
Yeah.
I've been walking to a city I cannot see. And this is very Johnny Cash. Fill my cup, Lord, and run it over. And give me love, give me joy. So that's how I heard it, you know? So I wrote this whole song. And
you know, just because I feel like if you're tuning in, this is Johnny Cash singing to you at the edge of your bed after you've woken up and written down the song.
I've already written one, and this is the second one that I wrote within 20, 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
So
all right.
this is I said thank you, and this is how I sang it.
I've been walking to the city. I've been walking to the city. I've been walking to a city I cannot see. Walking through the darkness, ooh, walking through the valleys, ooh, I get tired and I get lonely, ooh, it's hard to keep on believing that I'm walking to a city I cannot see. Fill my cup, Lord, and run it over. Give me love, give me joy, give me peace. Fill my cup, Lord, and run it over. I am your child in need. I am your child in need. I've been talking to the voices, trying to make friends with my choices. And I've been looking for the doctor. I've been looking for the dancers. And I've been looking for that sugar. Fill my cup, Lord, and run it over. Give me love, give me joy, and give me peace. Fill my cup, Lord, and run it over. I am your child in need. I am your child in need. Come on over, Jason. It's just C enough. It's about to get good. Here we go. Whoa. Yeah. Fill my cup, Lord, and run it over. Give me love, give me joy, and give me peace. Fill my cup, Lord, and run it over. 'Cause I am your child in need. I am your child in need, yeah. Thank you. I just, I mean, why not? Why not? It's ours to make up. Thank you so much. It was beautiful.
That was insane.
Thank you.
I'm curious, like when it wasn't a dream, but like when Johnny Cash sitting on the edge of the bed, was Jason also there?
Was who?
Jason, because it's like you got Johnny, right? And then I'm just wondering if Jason was accompanying Johnny.
I'm so sorry. I was like,
You're like, wait, who? Like,
he's
you know
not
that
one.
famous country
there was
singer?
Jason. There was
Jason,
Waylon Jennings. Maybe one of the Highwaymen I've never heard of. Jason, wow.
There were
really?
5 highwaymen. Jason Cole. Hey, do me a quick. I know you got like maybe 1, maybe 2 more, right? But do me a quick favor. Tell me about Breck. Tell me about this organization. Tell me about your brother,
man.
because I know he's doing incredible work. I'm remiss for not bringing this up earlier in the show. Tell me about your brother.
Well, first of all, Breck is my big brother, and he's not just my big brother. He's a mentor of mine. And oftentimes when I'm making music or I've got my head in the clouds, which I think in order to make art, I think on some levels you kind of have to. And oftentimes I'll talk with Breck and I'll hear his heart. So Breck is a pastor of a church, and he was in the suburbs, pretty affluent suburbs, and he moved his whole church, which was predominantly white at the time, no longer, and his family into one of the poorest neighborhoods in Buffalo, New York. And what he didn't want to do is help from the ivory tower, help from, so he moved in. And it
like
has
the whole package, the whole thing, his family, the church.
Yeah,
the whole
and now that church,
yeah.
it was probably 85% white. It's now probably, I would say it's 80% people of color and maybe 15%, 20%.
That's your brother. He's a badass.
Yeah,
He's
it's
awesome.
incredible,
He's
incredible work. And so what he's done is he started an initiative called Youth Impact Co. And what they do is they help at-risk teens who are really living in the margins in this community, and he's helping them, or they've created a project that helps kids deal with trauma. And part of the dealing with trauma is finding vocation and finding meaning and purpose. And so he's doing training, all kinds of really interesting things to help people discover who they are. Because I know for me, and I know for you, it's taken so much encouragement in my life from other people. I love this definition of encouragement. It literally means to have other people's courage poured into you. And I've had along the way, I've had so many people's courage poured into me. And without that, I wouldn't be where I am, right? And so what he's doing is he's creating opportunities for people to pour their courage into these kids to help them.
You bet.
Yeah, help them become their best selves. Awesome. So it's really incredible work.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I got a chance just to hear a little bit of his story and of the journey that was. It wasn't just like he woke up one day, he's like, hey, we're going to do this. No. And to hear the struggle and the pain and the fear and the uncertainty that goes into that, I tell you what, I was so inspired by it, and I was so I was encouraged by it, and I love your definite. I guess it's not yours, but I love that. I love that it's him pouring courage into us. And, that's cool. That's super
I get that
cool.
a lot from him.
Do you want to? We
one
got
more
time
song.
For one more. Yeah.
Awesome.
You want to finish out with one
this
more?
This is a song on an album of mine called "To Be Loved," and my friend Jeremy Beasley is here, and he was telling me before we started this that his mother Jane had gone through 2 bouts of cancer, and when she was going through cancer, that this album and this song meant a lot to her, and which is one of the most incredible things as an artist and as a creator to make something that not just lifts me up and out of, but it lifts other people up and out of their current situation. So this goes out to Jane and all others who are walking through a difficult time. It's called Rosalind. I got this on backwards. Here we go. You know, I'm only human.
Why the rounded shoulders, kid? And take that heart down off your sleeve. And the way you walk around this town, you think you own the corner on the market of a broken heart. Well, have I got some news for you? You're not the only one that stood there where you are. Share of lovers come and go, and it always seemed to leave them wondering where you are. Rosalind, don't you know the sun will shine on you again? No matter how small the flame against the darkness, don't you know the light will win? Rosalind, oh, 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 Rosalind. And I saw you from across the way. I can tell someone is handed it to you. Early morning diner booth, cigarettes and coffee, doing things alone, meant for two. And I remember when you said to me, there will be someone who will set me free. I know that's true. You may think love fades away, but it won't die. It burns inside of me and you, me and you. Rosalind, don't you know the sun will shine on you again? No matter how small the flame against the darkness, don't you know the light will win? Rosalind, oh, 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 Rosalind. Rosalind, don't you know the sun will shine on you again? No matter how small the flame against the darkness, don't you know the light will win? Rosalind, oh, 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 Rosalind. Why the rounded shoulders, kid? And take that heart down off your sleeve.
Dude. Awesome.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Thad Cockrell. His new album comes out in a couple of weeks. We're so honored to have you on. Brother, what an
Thank you.
encouraging word.
It's an
Thank
honor to
you
be here.
for being here all the way out from Nashville.
Yeah, and everyone watching, thank you so much. Yes.
To those who won bingo, congratulations. We will
Yes.
be here next week with you at 8 p.m. So excited to have Sharon Irving and her father, Robert Irving III, joining us. We'll play some bingo. We'll listen to some music. We'll be back. We got this, Seattle. We'll see you then.